Stampers, and welcome to Laura's Stamp Pad. Today I'm sharing with you this gorgeous tulip card. You all know how much I love flowers, and this one is just so stunning. It's a multi-step stamping stamp set. So there's the front tulip, the back tulip, and then the little black dots for the inside of the flower. But it is so simple to line up. There's no real worrying about lining it up perfectly or remembering to stamp off or anything like that. So that's why I wanted to show you this amazing card today. This is actually one of the Hostess stamp sets. So you can only get this whenever your order reaches $150, or you can have a party, or you can do catalog party, online party, in-person party, anything like that. So that's this stamp set here. It's called Tranquil Tulips. It's in the back of the catalog in the Hostess section. So you can see how it's got these multiple step stamping tulips. So these two go together, these two. Then there's all of the stems, and then there's also little bitty flowers too. So super cute. I started with a piece of Pool Party cardstock. This measures 4 1/4 by 11, and I went ahead and folded that in half for our card base. Next, I took a piece of Whisper White. This measures 4 inches by 3 1/4, and I'm going to be using Old Olive and Berry Burst for this card. I am just loving Berry Burst. So first, we're going to start with our stems. And I'm going to go ahead and stamp those. You'll notice that there's actually like 3 stems. So like one ends about here, one ends there, and then one's up top here. I didn't want my tulips to fall off the top of my cardstock, so I pretty much stamped where that bottom one was, like right at the edge of my white cardstock, and then I knew it was about the right height. I also knew that then all of my tulips were gonna end at the bottom. I didn't have to worry about extending it down or covering up that bottom piece because I didn't want any floating tulips, right? So then there's 2 greenery pieces. There's this one here that has that nice little like fold over leaf, which is this one. And then there's also this one here. So I just went ahead and added those in, just kind of putting them real close to the stem and stamping them down. One other thing that you'll notice with this stamp set is it's like a textured stamp set. So whenever you stamp, it doesn't come out like super solid and crisp, but that's okay. It's supposed to be like that. So it kind of has that like that little bit of texture and you know, variation in color, which is awesome because then you kind of don't have to worry about if you got it stamped perfectly and where it's like solid in one spot but not in another. Okay, so now I'm going to show you the flower, and I'm going to do a little zooming in so you can super see how I'm doing it. So the big flower is these 2 here, and I'm going to stamp them in Berry Burst. So first I'm going to go ahead and ink up the bigger one, and you can see where the stem is right there, so I'm just going to stamp right on top, and I'm going to go ahead and do this little side one as well. And then now I'm going to zoom in and hope to stay out of the camera lens so that you can see how it lines up. Okay, so here we go. And I'm just going to line it up on that rounded spot. So can you see that like it's not really lined up there, but that it is lined up right there. And even if you're a little too high, it's okay. So we're just gonna go right there. And since it's the exact same color, it's not a shade lighter or a shade darker, then it just layers oh so perfectly. So let's go in and do the next one. And like I said, you know, you can see like down here, you can see where that white is peeking through, but right here is just perfect. Isn't that amazing? I am just loving it. Let me go ahead and do this 3rd flower while I have you all super zoomed in. And there we have that gorgeous tulip. So then there's also those little black dots that go on the inside, and I actually stamped those not in black. I stamped them in basic gray because I wanted just that little hint of a lighter look. I didn't want it to be so strong. And I just go with the curve of that petal because this stamp set seems to look like it has that same curve. And so I just go ahead and stamp that down. There's actually two different images for those little centerpieces. And they're a little bit different, but not by much. So, I mean, if you wanted to switch to the other one, then you always could. But there's not a big difference in them, so you can always just keep that single one. So let's go ahead and add this to our card base now. So I'm just going to flip it over and add a little bit of regular snail adhesive. And I'm going to add it to the edge of the card over here. Then I'm taking some of the finely woven Berry Burst ribbon and I'm just going to tie it into a knot. So we're going to go left over right, and then now we're going to go right over left to get that nice little square knot that lays nice and flat. And then for our greeting, I actually used the Label Me Pretty stamp set, which is this stamp set here, and the coordinating label punch. So I used that image down there as well as the You're the Best. So I stamped that onto Whisper White, and I used Pool Party for that outline and Berry Burst for that inside. I added dimensionals to the back of it, and I'm just going to place that down right there. Isn't that just stunning? I am loving this card. This would be perfect for any sort of spring card or Easter, Mother's Day. It's just gorgeous. You could do different colors for fall. I absolutely love, love, love flowers. Do you love flowers as much as me? If so, leave me some love down below because I hope I'm not the only one. Again, this is a Hostess stamp set, Tranquil Tulips, so you can earn that by having a party, whether it be in person, virtual, or your own order of $150. And that's how you can earn this amazing stamp set. Be sure to check out my blog, laurastampad.com, where I'll have more pictures and information on these cards. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, especially if you like flowers. Be sure to subscribe if you're new and check out some of my other videos in the link down below. I'll see you all next time. Happy stamping. Bye-bye.